Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 Dreamcast review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Garou, Mark of the Wolves, which I'll have probably pronounced that wrong. Either way, it's one of the Fatal Fury games. It's actually called Fatal Fury Mark of the Wolves in the States, but I've got a Japanese version because they cost so much less and I'm not really interested in the story, and that's pretty much the only thing that appears in Japanese in this game. Hell, even the first cutscene appears in Japanese but is read out in English, so you know. Right, options wise, you can choose difficulty level 1 to 8, standard stuff. You can choose game timer, I've always preferred infinite. You can choose how many rounds to face. You can choose demo cut on or off, flash on or off, vibration on or off, risk on or off. Now, I know what vibration is. The other three I'm not really too sure because unfortunately the manual is in Japanese and I therefore can't read it. Flashing I thought was because your character flashes every now and then. I thought it would turn that off, and it turns out it doesn't. So I really don't know what the hell it is. You've then got light kick, light punch, strong kick, strong punch, provocation, which from what I can work out is a taunt. There's absolutely no information about it. If you went into Google, Garou, Mark of the Wolves, provocation, it's as if it doesn't exist. So for my own testing, it is essentially a taunt, and taunting on the game doesn't seem to do anything other than taunt. It's not like a game where if you pull off your taunt then you get more powerful, like for example Gil in Street Fighter 3. So it's one of those. I turned it off because I'd much rather have 2 extra buttons to fight with on me fight stick or pad or whatever you want to use than use a taunt. You've then got gallery, which is self-explanatory, as is practice and versus mode. Survival mode, again, pretty self-explanatory. You just fight and as long as you can do. You can save the game, which can be a little bit odd at times because after you beat the game, it comes up, do you want to save? And if you select yes, then whenever you load at the final fight again. Character-wise, you've got, doing a quick count, 12 on there, and then another 2 who are off-screen, so 14 fighters overall. There's a few regulars that you'll recognise, for example Terry Bogard straight away. If you don't know who he is, then you've obviously never played a Fatal Fury game. And it's just one of those, you just have to learn who you want to play as really to see, well, it's a standard fighter, you know, you just have to keep playing as people to see who you like and who you dislike. You can then choose your character, and then you get the TOP set, which is that little white bar, or bluey green white bar, and you can put it in different places and basically it powers you up. It gives you like extra health and extra attack power, so you can set it so you can start a fight instantly in this awesome mode, or you can have it as a, well, in the middle of the fight, if you feel you're going to be lagging, if they're starting to fight you and they're coming back into it, then it gives you the chance to come back into it, or you can put it at the very end of your bar and have it as a last desperate act of, oh crap, I'm getting my arse kicked, I need something extra, and bam, there you go, I've got myself a little bit of extra power. It's what I've currently set it to at the moment, because seeing as I'm on one player and too busy trying to fight and talk and read and do a lot of things all at the same time, then it's probably going to be mostly me getting my butt kicked, especially because I've just realised I've played as a character I've not yet played as. I've chose the wrong person, so I don't have a clue what any other moveset is. There is a power meter, which you might notice in the bottom right and bottom left bar, and it's the usual power meter stuff for a fighter. You can do special moves with it. And it's just one of those. It's an awesome fighting game. It's one that you have to learn how to play as your character to be able to actually use it properly. You've then got, and to be fair, it's something that I can show here, this system, which is pretty cool, but because I can't read Japanese, I had to download the demo on Xbox Live just to actually get a screenshot of what they are supposed to be. So there you go, rather than read them out, there's the English version of what that was up there. And it basically means that you can choose to instantly start with a full power bar. You can instantly have the character's difficulty go down so it makes it easier. You can choose more power, choose them to have less health, or you can choose a normal game. And that's not particularly reading them out word for word, but that's the general gist for anyone who mightn't have been able to read the text on the screen. And it's just one of those. It's certainly a weird fighting game. It's something that I'd never really looked into before because of the TOP system, and I thought, well, how's that going to dynamically shift the game, and what if I don't like it? But eventually I found the game for dirt cheap, as I say, because the Japanese version really is that much cheaper. It's probably a third of the price of trying to import in an American copy, and seeing as there's only very little Japanese, it's not really much of a hindrance. That I thought I'd give it a try, and I got it, and I absolutely love it. I spent the whole night playing on it. I kept beating it again and again and again with the different characters because I was having so much fun. And while I've always been into this genre, ever since I got hooked as a kid, it's rare that I find a fighting game like that where I just think, yeah, just one more fight, yeah, just one more go on the arcade, yeah, just one more clocking sequence. Even when I can't read the clocking sequence, it's nice to see the pictures at the end. And it's a stupid reason that you give yourself to play it just that one more time. As you might have noticed from the fact that I am amazed that I got a triple S ranking, there is a ranking system on the game with how well you perform during a fight and how awesome you are, and it basically means that you've got to actually strive to get the best marks, especially because to get the true endings you've got to finish with a certain mark. You've got to go, I think it's AAA all the way through or higher. So it's definitely something as well that again gives you more of a reason, because you might play through and then all of a sudden get a AA ranking on your last fight and you think, well, I want to see the proper end, so let's see the proper end. And it's just again another stupid thing that people do to give you another reason to play a game that you're enjoying, rather than just saying, you know what, I'm addicted to this game. Graphically, I think it's actually incredibly good. I think it's one of the best looking 2D fighters on the system. There are better looking, but I'd probably say Street Fighter 3's got better detail than that, but I still thought it was very good. Musically, I think it's fantastic, so I'll shut up and let you listen to a little bit of it now. So that was a little bit of the music, and I've not really got anything else important to say. Just the one thing that I must admit I really liked when I saw it. Anyone who is a fan of this genre will know, or will have at some point uttered, "You cheating computer bastard." It's one of the most infamous lines any fighting fan can do, because at some point you will complain and whinge that the computer's cheating. And sometimes that's been proven to be true, like for example Shin Akuma, the arcade version of Akuma on the Street Fighter series, is reportedly harder and better than when you actually play as them. Well, the same goes for the boss of this game. As the boss gets a full TOP bar, his entire health bar is therefore bigger and he's always more powerful, and when you play as him you only get to choose 1/3, so at least the game is unashamedly honest about being a cheating bastard. And when I first saw the boss system like that, I was just laughing so hard that I failed badly on him, because I couldn't help but think, oh well, at least they're not hiding it. So yeah, it's not really anything important to do with the gameplay or anything, it's just something that I had a good chuckle with myself, and if you're a strong fighting fan, I'd like to think that it's the sort of thing that you'll think, well, yeah, that's okay. Especially because there's always been bosses that everyone hates, and one of them is probably Alpha from the DOA series. She's always so much better as a computer than when you play as her. So at least this didn't hide the fact that it was cheating, and I quite like that. So there we go then. That's been the review. I hope you found it helpful. I don't score the games because that's based purely on opinion, so instead I'll leave you to make your own mind up. So thanks for watching, and if you've got any questions about the game that I didn't answer in the vid or that hasn't been answered in the comments, then feel free to ask and I'll help if I can. Also, if you did find it helpful, don't forget to check out my channel, because there's plenty more like this up there, and don't forget to subscribe because there'll be plenty more to come as well. So until next time, this has been Demon212, signing off.